Is Elon an alien?
Yeah.
Ooh, you heard it here first from Trismegistus. Elon Musk is alien.
So am I. And you're half alien.
W- uh, All right, this is the Master of Nothing podcast. We have a special guest today. He's my dad, but I'm gonna let him introduce himself.
My name is Chris Rigopoulos.
See, we have the same name, but I'm not a junior. But he comes with a lot of wisdom and knowledge, and so we're going to talk to him today because he's a unique individual. He learned, so we did our DNA, and he's from an island that he kind of remembers being there, but we haven't been there for hundreds of years, but he knows it every detail. Can you kind of tell the folks what you remember from your days, hundreds, even thousands of years ago in Greece? What you remember?
Oh, it's nice, pleasant.
Who are your friends?
All I remember is children
A lot of children. What were they? What were they doing? The kids
playing.
with swords?
No, with rocks.
Oh, okay.
Just running around playing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You remember any names?
No.
Okay. Do you remember Panagotus?
Yeah, I probably remember a few names.
Do you remember Hermes Trismegistus?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, he wrote that book.
Mm-hmm.
Did you help him out with that book?
I could have.
What knowledge did you give to Hermes for his book?
Just whatever knowledge I can contribute.
That's very fascinating. Can you expand on that a little bit?
Well, I just have some knowledge of the country and the people.
Yeah.
So that's,
Were you into any Greek gods, like females, like Aphrodite? Was she a thing or what?
I'm sure.
Have you heard of Millie Bobo Brown? I guess she did some interview with Drake.
Yeah.
What was that all about? What's your take on all that nonsense?
I think it was informative.
The secret is my dad is he goes by thrice great Trismegistus, but he's a comedian, and he's a local comedian in the Treasure Valley, and we want to hear some material.
Of my
Yeah, your stand-up routine. I know you like to talk a little bit about like food and chickens.
yeah.
What's funny about that?
They're not that fast, so you can eat a lot of them.
Do you catch chickens and then pluck them and eat them?
Yes, I have.
Yeah. What's the favorite part about chicken you like eating?
Well, all of it, really.
Yeah.
The breast on anything is good.
On anything.
On any with the life form is good.
Oh, okay, yeah. What about the breast on a frog?
They don't have breasts.
Yeah, they do.
Nothing to speak of.
All right. Well,
They don't nurse.
They don't nurse, huh?
No.
What do the little frogs do?
They hold their breath a lot.
Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
I have a story
Okay.
about holding your breath. One time, I was so my mom and dad, they had different houses. That's another topic. But you had a swimming pool, and this kid kept dunking me down, and I couldn't breathe. Mm-hmm. And I came up, and I was barely even coherent. I was drowning.
Well, when was this?
Oh, this is at Fox Creek, and you grabbed that kid and you tossed him around a little bit.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I
Because I don't remember that. I would have said I would have done that if I was there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that was a near-death experience.
Did he cry?
I don't know. I don't remember. He was scared. He was scared
Well, he
of
should have been. I
Trismegistus.
probably gave him a break. That's why
You let him off the hook.
That's why he's still walking around.
What would you have done to him if you
break a leg and an arm.
You know jujitsu?
Why, sure.
Yeah. What else do you know?
Uh-huh. I know how to fight.
Ooh. So my dad was a boxer back in the day in high school, and you had some fights, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And how did they end? In your favor?
On what?
In your favor, the fights they won turned out you were victorious.
I don't walk away unless the guy's down on the ground. That's the way it always was.
So you're saying no one fucks with you?
No.
All right.
I just want to know if he is.
So what's Chris? And he asked, "Is Chris crazy?"
The son, Chris.
Which son? Because my dad's a son too.
That's good. That's good.
Well,
What
I know
about,
I am.
What about this Chris here? One right here. Is he crazy?
Oh, me?
Yeah, you.
No, I don't think so, but I know I am.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the craziest story that you can tell us about Chris?
What's the craziest story
We can tell about you.
that my dad can tell about me?
Yeah.
Go ahead. That's a
I
question
don't.
for
He
you.
doesn't do anything crazy that I know of, so I can't tell you any stories. But I know I've done some really crazy stuff that I am not going to say on the air.
No,
Let's talk about that.
yeah, let's talk about that. What is one thing that
Not the craziest. Let's say second craziest. That-
I
that
don't
you're
think
a
I can even see that.
third.
either.
Let's go down to the third.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Driving in the fog against traffic
Because you're Snoop Doggy Dog.
because I was racing
Oh.
somebody.
And what happened?
I won. I didn't die, so I was lucky.
That's a crazy story?
No, that's not. That's about getting up there.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
He's speeding all around. See, he's not that crazy, really. But then his next story could be just,
Yeah, there's the story that I'm not going to even say.
you don't want to get into that, huh?
No.
All right.
Yeah, they're
Probably
not
a little
supposed
crazy.
to be.
Okay. Another question.
Yeah, UFOs, man. What
Oh.
what's both of your guys' interpretation on UFOs?
So he
Have you
asked-
seen any UFOs, and do you have a story to tell?
Oh,
Oh.
yeah, I've seen.
Let me hold on a second. He asked, what's your take on UFOs, basically?
Oh, yeah.
And your story. I know you have stories.
Yeah.
Go.
Well, they're out there. They're here.
You heard it from him. See? So, you know they're out there.
Here. They're out there, and they're already here.
What are they doing?
Whatever they want.
Do they have breasts?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Are they of humankind?
Yes, they look like us.
Oh, really?
That's why you can't see. You can't tell who they are.
What if I was one?
You could. Well, I know you're not.
How do you know?
You could be, unless something happened to the original Chris. But I am not from space, so I know that, and I know your mother isn't, because your mother and father, I know them.
She's spaced out all right, but I don't know from outer space.
Not from outer space.
No.
But I've been there.
You've been to outer space?
Yes.
Now we're getting somewhere. Go ahead on that.
I just flew around, and
What'd you fly in?
it was boring.
There's nothing much out there, huh?
No.
You got black hole. Did you go into a black hole?
No, not a black hole.
What'd you see?
Black holes are extremely boring, and they just go on forever.
So you drive past those, or you fly past those?
Yeah, I didn't see one in person.
What did you see when you were flying in space?
Oh.
Old Hermes.
Different life and different planets.
Oh, Trismegistus, please tell us more about your exploration in space.
Well, different life on different planets. They're a long, long ways away.
All right, let's sum this up. So, life on Earth is better than space?
Yeah, that's why I'm here.
You
It
came
is.
back.
It's better here than maybe because I'm prejudiced because I was born here, but it's so far the best.
So far.
Yeah.
Have you been to other planets?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah? Tell us about that.
Well, I've been around the solar system.
Our solar system?
Yeah.
Any other?
No.
Oh, okay. So you just float around and that's pretty big. Our Milky Way is pretty big.
Yes.
Yeah. Have you been to Alpha Centauri?
No.
It's our next closest planet. Did you know that?
It's
Switch?
not- no, I've been there.
Yeah, that'd be a cool vacation to look at going. What do you think about Elon Musk?
It's good.
It's good. No, yeah, it's good. So you said it is Elon an alien?
Yeah.
Ooh, you heard it here first from Trismegistus. Elon Musk is alien.
So am I. And you're half alien.
Now, aliens, do they have different species? What species am I? Half of? Are you?
Humanoid.
No, the other half.
Yeah, that's all humanoid. It's all humanoid.
Oh, okay. So even though you're from another planet
Another
or
dimension.
you're still human. Is that because we're all made of the same thing?
Yep.
All right. Well, that makes sense. Just revolving around in a bunch of circles, huh?
Yeah. Yeah. It's wonderful.
You like it?
It's beautiful.
What was that? Any other questions? You heard about him? He came from outer space, but was born here.
My question is, did we actually go to the moon?
He wanted to know if we actually went to the moon.
Yeah. It's boring.
Yeah, that's probably why we don't vacation there much.
Yeah.
Okay.
What about the species? You know, I don't know if you've seen the news lately, but the mummified aliens at Mexico show Congress. There's
Oh.
pictures of that.
Yeah.
You guys think that's real? It looks like ET.
Yeah.
Well, you never know because what is real anymore? And as technology keeps going, you guys are going to find out everything's fake. Everything's a simulation, you know. If you don't believe in something, then it's not real to you, right? Think about it. I don't believe in this specific thing. Does that mean, to me, it doesn't exist, but to Switch, it may, okay? Who's right?
You're both right.
Can we both be right?
Yes.
There's only one truth.
No.
Well, be careful of half truths, and that's very important. Half truths are not truth. So you both of us can't be right. So what I'm saying is there is a truth, but maybe we're both wrong. You ever think of
You
that?
can both be wrong. too.
Oh, okay. We need to stop thinking we're right about everything. We're wrong. And I admit it, okay? I'll be the first to admit it.
Okay.
Life isn't what it seems.
No.
Right. And I think a lot of people are starting to wake up to it. Now, they're always one step ahead. And they came out with woke before we actually knew what that meant. You got these clowns walking around with woke hats during COVID. When you think you're woke, you have no idea what's going on behind the scenes, you know. So have fun with your mask. What do you think about the COVID shot?
Well, you got a flu shot, does the same thing.
Yeah, we don't know what's in it. But anyway, let's talk about the birds and the bees.
Okay.
Are they aliens?
Yeah.
What if birds were drones
Oh well,
and they're spying on us?
then they're life form drones. They're alive.
Yeah. What's the difference from a human mind and, say, a microwave? We have consciousness.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a conscience. The microwave has no conscience.
Well, now you say that, but you go down smaller and smaller into these
You-
little smaller
yeah.
particles. They're all living. All of it.
They have a purpose.
To you. Anyway, going kind of deep, there's other people who talk about this way more eloquently than I can. And I think what we're planning on doing is a reaction to one of these guys, right? So here's what's cool to me, and I did pull this up earlier because I heard a little bit about it, but the pyramids, 4,500-year-old hidden chamber discovered in the Great Pyramid of Giza, and we never knew about it. Did it just materialize because we wanted to find more? See, and that goes back to my last podcast. Does a tree exist when a human mind is not there? That's the question. So let me ask you, old Trismegistus, does a tree exist when there's no light our human intelligence there?
Well, you have to be a little more broader. What about animal life?
What about it?
Are they going to be there?
I use the example of a tree
Yeah.
as a metaphor. So I'm talking about everything, the animals too. Or is it just in your head?
Well, if the animals aren't there, we're not here either.
We're here.
No, we're not.
Well, we're in your head. You ever
There
think of
won't
that?
be a head. It's all make believe.
It is, but someone has a brain.
Someone's telling this story.
Someone's telling this story.
Yeah, we're not really here.
There's no coincidences.
We're not here. Someone's making this story.
Not physically, not in a solid form that you think.
Well, you can be physical. You are. We're as physical as we can get.
we think we are
Yeah, we think we are.
because
That's
we
why.
don't know anything else.
We don't know any better.
So that we're stuck in our dimension. Would you
Exactly.
agree? There are 9 dimensions. Some say more, up to 11, but 9 safely. And we have no idea.
The dimensions are limitless.
The dimensions are all around us.
They're limitless.
Right. And the dimension that each one of us live in is just thought up, and you're living your life on kind of a predetermined thing. But to you, you have choices to make, but that's all in your head because it doesn't matter. It's going to happen. You know, you get in an accident, for instance. Let's say you get in an accident today. If it were not for that accident, 10 years later, maybe whatever happened would have never happened but for that accident. But you don't think about it for 10 years, 5, whatever. But you've started a chain reaction from when you get in the accident, for instance, that changes the course of everything in your life. Really. I mean, you're still going to have your kids, all that, the groundwork, the base is there, but that chain of event already happened, and now we have to look at why it happened. What do you think?
Well, I think what's happening right now is going to change your life, and everybody in here is going to change their life from now on.
Is that a prophecy?
No, that's a fact.
Ooh, damn.
Yeah, it's a fact.
It's
something
true.
you
It's not a
should know.
half truth.
No,
Now, how do you think it's going to change the world?
just by you being here.
That's right. Now you're getting it. My presence is important to me, so I will my importance on to other people.
Exactly, as we all do.
Right. But they're going to perceive me one way, but that's how they perceive me, but that's not how I perceive myself.
And there's still the energy.
It is an energy. I can have a room of 100 people. They all have their own perception of me and their own reality. Which one's true?
They're all true.
Or are they all false?
They could be all false.
Right. There's no half-truths.
They could either be all true or all false.
There you go.
Whatever you make it.
Yeah, I like that.
And then when we're gone, it's all nothing.
Well, I don't believe we're gone because you cannot create or destroy energy. Yes?
No, we can't.
You can't. It goes somewhere.
Yeah, the energy continues.
Right. Have
But
you heard of it?
I'm talking about humans. Energy is one thing, and humans are just a brief flash in time.
It's all about survival and evolution. We find an easier path for survival and we adapt to it. It's called evolution, right?
Yes.
So, you can deny that. Am I right or wrong?
You're
Other
right.
people don't believe that, whatever.
You're right.
Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You know why? Because it's going to happen exactly how it's supposed to happen with the forces and energy we are all slaves to. Simple.
Yes. You want to call it that? Yeah.
There's a higher power. I just don't know what it is. So I'm neutral. I'm a free agent.
We are
Switch.
the higher power.
That's right. We are.
Oh, yeah.
And the minute we start knowing it, your life will change.
Our energy is the higher power.
We are vibrations. Your head is a vibration. When you have negative thoughts, it's because you're manifesting these vibrations to the negative thoughts instead of rising those to a positive thought.
Even negative thoughts are positive.
It could be. Absolutely. I love that because it's a line. Imagine, take hot and cold. Hot and cold are the same thing. You don't know what hot is unless you know what cold is. If you lived on the sun, you don't know what cold is, but it's the same thing. It's a temperature, right? So we live on all these lines, right? And hot and cold is one, true and false is another. You go, it's polarized,
Yeah, but
male and female.
It's
Yes?
a matter of choice. See, hot can be hot for someone and cold to another.
Yes. It's all perception.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there is no half truth, and you could be wrong. The guy that says this isn't hot and the other guy's burning, well, who's right?
You're both right.
Or are they both wrong?
They're both wrong, too.
Well, who knows? Because we know that there's hydrophiles, right? And this goes back to like high school biology, but they live in extreme temperatures.
Yeah.
How are they able to do that? To them, hot is a whole nother plane of living than we even can, be a part of, right?
There are creatures that live in boiling water, right in the middle of.
Oh, there's
volcanic-
creatures that live in lava.
that live in lava. Yes,
So
that's good.
you like it hot.
No, I'm just saying it's good.
All right.
The power of life is amazing.
Power of life is amazing, and once we figure out more and more the complexities, it just becomes more fun. I think, right? It's a game. It's just a game. What if you woke up and said, "Look, you got to pick your parents, you got to pick your occupation, you got to pick the car, you got to pick your personality, your wife, everything, and then go." And then everyone on that game goes. And then what happens in Contra when you die? They drop you back, boom, because the game's still going. And where's that energy? Well, the energy floats around because gravity holds it down and finds another form. All right. Now, I did some AI work earlier about Hermes Trismegistus. He's often referred to Hermes Trismegistus or simply Hermes. Okay.
What?
I said Hermes Trismegistus, often referred to as Hermes Trismegistos.
Oh, Magistos.
Magistos, or simply Hermes. He's a legendary figure in various ancient traditions in Hermeticism. And the name Trismegistus means thrice greatest. And that's what you go by, right? Mm-hmm. Thrice great.
Yes.
And Thoth or Thomas is your father, right? Mm-hmm. All right. Let me read this last paragraph before people start getting bored. Thoth, on the other hand, is an ancient Egyptian deity who was believed to be in the god of wisdom, writing, and magic, and the moon. He was depicted with the head of an ibis or a baboon. Thoth played a significant role in Egyptian mythology, serving as a mediator, judge, and record keeper of the gods. He was also associated with the arts and writings and measurement. In some traditions, Thoth is considered to be the same figure as Hermes Trismegistus, representing a cross-cultural connection between Egyptian and Greek mystical traditions. Mm-hmm. All right. So when you read into this stuff more and more, it all goes back to the pyramids, and those are real. What do you think about pyramids and aliens?
Well, the Greeks built the pyramids.
Don't say that around anyone else because they all want a part of that,
that's too
recognition. We
My
find the same,
forefathers-
go ahead.
My history, my past is all builders, and
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I have relatives that built the pyramids.
For people that don't, most people have heard the precision of the pyramids, but it's beyond what we can even imagine. We can't replicate it. And they also the pyramids of South America and the ones in Egypt are exactly the same angles and the point. I mean, I'm not a, mathematician, but the preciseness can't be replicated, and they're exactly the same from other parts of the world.
It's only a boat ride away.
What?
It's only a boat ride away.
A boat ride. Yeah, that's fine. But I'm talking about the precision they match from South America to Egypt. They're the same pyramids.
Yeah. If it works, why change it?
Yeah, but we don't know how they built them.
It's very simple.
Yeah. They say it's sound and vibration. It's
okay.
Yeah.
They know how to do it. Vibration does move things very easily.
Very easy. And into shapes, though. Yes.
Yeah, you could do that too. You're right. With
Certain.
different tones.
Certain tones can also manipulate
They say.
certain things. Yes.
Yeah.
So can vibration.
Yes.
All right. So we kind of know how they're built, but the precision, the mathematics, you can't explain. I mean, they just had the knowledge. We thought they were hunter-gatherers and, didn't have a language. Yeah, and some people, some cultures, but what they had back then, we can't replicate. And that's why they don't talk about it much, because it's embarrassing, really.
Well, I wouldn't say it's embarrassing.
I would.
Really?
Well, yeah. I mean, you build a home and you leave it untouched for 5 years.
Yeah.
What's going to happen to that home
Oh, I
untouched?
see what you mean.
Now, the pyramids are how old?
Okay.
5,000 years old.
Yeah.
And they're finding new stuff in them that hasn't been touched in thousands of years in immaculate condition.
Yeah. Well, because they were worshipped and they weren't touched.
Yeah,
They weren't
but leave
supposed-
a house untouched is what I'm saying, and you won't have the same result. All right, we're going to close it up, chop this up, and then send it off. Thanks for joining us, Dad,
My pleasure.
Trismegistus, thrice great.
My pleasure.
We'll see you guys next time.